Hello everyone, SirMonkeySuit Zappy here, back again with Attack on Titan. Sorry for the wait, guys. I was sick and I was ill like all last week. So there was never a time when I could actually get round to recording it. I just wasn't feeling all that great or up to it. So yeah. If you want like any information like regarding my content or anything like that, then you're best off going over to Discord and finding out there. Like if for example like an Attack on Titan video isn't up the time it normally is or anything like that, instead of asking like in comments and stuff, you know what I mean, because I might not say it. I generally stay out of the Attack on Titan comments anyway and things like that. So so yeah, if you want any information for like videos that may not like be out on like a general schedule or whatever, then just get yourself over to Discord and ask there. All right, link is in the description for that. But yeah, so episode 13. I guess we're doing that, and we're not doing the part 2 thing anymore. I may have to change. I'm gonna have to change like the other one, aren't I? But whatever. Anyway, episode 13 ended bonkers. It was nuts. I still haven't got my head around exactly what happened, like, or how it happened. Because it looked like a bunch of, like freaking, 100 Titan shifters just spawned into their Titans. That's what it looked like. But it's clearly not that. It's whatever the Beast Titan has done, he's got some form of power that allows them to lie dormant in whatever. I don't know how he's done it. I want a fucking explanation. But it's crazy. And now the plan's been switched around on them. So they were going to try and trap all the Titans within Shiganshin, alright, but that's ended up fucking up now, and now it's the other way, and now they're the ones that are trapped. So, okay, I mean, I don't know how this really goes. It's got to be like the Titan shifters are going to basically fuck everything up, aren't they? Because the mindless ones aren't really going to be able to do much from where they are, really. So. Yeah, I don't know where this really goes from here. There was one thing I wanted to actually pick up on from last episode that that kind of intrigued me, and that was the Armin finding the liquid stuff, and he said it was black tea, and I for some reason the fact that I don't know if they would just put that little detail in there for no reason. I wonder if there's like something with black liquid that's, I don't know, that like some kind of like suppository, like something that like, I don't know, enhances something maybe, and it's not just black tea. It could be. I could be just overthinking it. I just find it weird that he would be that, like, they would give that little detail of like, is it black tea? I don't know, you know what I mean? So I don't know. But yeah, I think that is pretty much it. We don't really need to go into any other details regarding what happened last episode. So I mean, other than the fact that Levi fucked Reiner up, and then it didn't matter anyway. You know what I mean? If he'd just taken off his head instead of stabbing through his neck, I think he'd be gone by now. But yeah, whatever. There's nothing else to really say. So we're gonna get in episode 14 and see what we get. So without further ado, let's go. Okay, episode 14. Oh, fucking hell. That's pretty cliffhanger. Luckily, when I'm recording, the next episode's going to be up in like 3 hours. So, luckily, it's not that bad, but fuck. Alright, we'll start from the very beginning. First of all, I love the fact that that Reiner, as the Armored Titan, when he was going to climb, he sort of hardened his nails and whatnot into like sort of points so that he could climb easier. I really like that. Just a nice little detail. There's another Titan shifter. Whatever the fuck that fucking thing is, it's carrying like, I don't know what's carrying, like armaments or something. I don't know. But it's got a face like a fucking duck. It's like a fucking platypus or something. It's another Titan shifter. Oh god, I couldn't even tell you. Like, I wouldn't be able to begin to tell you like how what power that one has. Maybe that was the thing. Maybe that Titan is the one that's able to like summon the Mindless Titans. crazy. Reiner called the Beast Titan a war chief. So yeah, I think it goes, you know, just an interesting little phrasing thing. I think, you know, they've already sort of seeded this idea of, you know, like the scouts and whatnot are like, when it comes to their hierarchy and the sort of titles that they give upon each other, you know, with them it's more like primal, like more like what's the word? It begins with a P. It's not primal. I can't fucking remember. Fuck. It's like more like attributed to like a tribe or something. You know what I mean? It's not as like, I guess not as formal as like a military outfit would be, but like their hierarchy is like warrior and you know, war chief and stuff. So yeah. Just an interesting phrasing anyway. So I thought I'd talk about it a bit. There was an interesting thing with Reiner transferring consciousness. So basically, because it didn't cut off his consciousness. How the fuck is that? I've got to really think about that one, because that one's like odd. Transferring consciousness from his head into his body. Like, is consciousness in what regard though? You know, like, because that's not, you can't do that. Like, it's not like a human thing. Like, oh, I'm just gonna put consciousness out of my head and into my body. You know what I mean? That's not something like, that's not a human thing. So it's got to be from the Titans thing then, that you're able to shift your. That's so, like, odd. I need more on that. I need, like, a bit of fucking exposition on what that fucking was. If I hadn't transferred consciousness from my head into my body, so it wouldn't cut off the. That's crazy. I'm gonna have to think about that more, but as of right now, it's not coming to me. So I'm gonna continue on. Instead of just sitting here trying to think. Yeah, so they were using Eren as bait. I figured as much, you know, because the idea of like, so were they thinking that if Reiner decided to go for the horses anyway, then their plan B was to actually have Eren go around the outside and come in from the back? Because like if Reiner did actually decide to go for the horses, because they must have done, right? I mean, they did say that's what would have happened, but I don't know if they were actually planning on doing that anyway. Like having, they basically, this was based upon what seemingly was Eren. Eren seemed to have this sort of, because he was the one that like had that like tiny little flashback of when Reiner was like writing on a chalkboard or whatever. I guess to symbolize the fact that he is smart and he can't figure this shit out. So they were counting on the fact that he would think that far ahead, so that he would have no choice but to go after Eren. That's pretty much their thinking, right? So yeah, he kind of had no choice in that regard. We still don't know where Berthold is. I thought there was something like, see, I thought they were in the same space, but clearly they're not then. And I feel like the wall thing's gone past that point now, because you know they had the fake wall thing. I don't think Berthold can possibly be in the wall then. So where the fuck would he be? Unless he's in. Oh yeah, because he was looking in from outside of a box, right? So Berthold is in the boxes that's on top of that other Titan. That's got to be it. That's got to be where he is. All right. So that disregards anything that's happening. Like, nobody can come in and save Reiner then, if that's the case. I mean, it's not confirmed as that's where Berthold is, but from the last episode, episode 13, when you saw Berthold looking through, it was like looking like from the inside of a box out through a hole. You know what I mean? like a breathable hole like inside the box. You know, I think so. Those are the only boxes I've really seen. So I imagine he's in there. Thing is, he's on that Titan's weird because on all fours, it's got to be carrying something else other than Berthold. It's just weird that is what like that's got to attribute to whatever power the fucking thing has that it can just it can carry Titans. If that's what I don't know. See, I don't know because everything that I think of sounds ridiculous when I think about like you know what I mean when it's coming out my mouth. I'm like, what? That's stupid. That's so stupid. But then I don't understand how Titans can just spawn. It looked like they kind of just spawned out of nowhere. So there has to be some way that they can put them back into that state, right, from beforehand. Because they're not going to be just they're not going to, there's no way. Because all I'm thinking is the powers that they have shown so far are very like, you can wrap your head around them. They're not like so far-fetched, like the Titan Shifter powers. They're not so far-fetched out of this world that it's nuts. But I don't think it's a case of them of whatever that Titan is being able to create Titans out of nothing. Because I feel no, you need humans in order to do it. Unless that's what they're doing. Maybe the boxes are filled up with humans, and that's how they did it. That doesn't explain what that Titan Shifter's power is, though. Because that kind of goes against the idea that one was responsible for making getting the other Titans out of nowhere, you know. I mean, because it could be as easy as them. Because just given a human that injection, right, and then that turns them into the Titan anyway, and also you get that yellow lightning effect as well, right? So those things, like, you know, when you saw it in the end of last episode where they're all like kind of summoned, it could have just been as easy as those were humans that were lined up and they all got injected. But you know, I don't know. But yeah, I think Berthold's in there regardless. Yeah, we got Erwin's selfish sort of reasoning where he was explaining exactly like how before it was kind of about sharing sort of information. Now it's more about like doing it no matter what. Like because he's in charge now and he gets to kind of decide what they do. That he's kind of just taking them along on the ride of doing this anyway. But in spite of what he's been doing anyway, like he's interested in this whole in the whole basement thing. But I mean, it's not surprising because that can lead to more questions like that. You know, whatever's in there leads to questions. I was going to say leads to questions. I meant leads to answers. But then I guess by extension it will lead to more fucking questions, guaranteed. So, so yeah, I mean, I think it's just. You have to get in there, like when you need to get in there. The way he sort of described it though, almost ended up sounding like a last resort kind of thing. Like, if it all goes to shit, I need to get in there. And he wasn't saying it's like, oh, I need to get in there. It's like, you know, I think the idea was he wanted to get in there and see what the knowledge was, like to see what was actually down there, for his own sake. Like before he died, I need to know what it is, you know, just pure curiosity. It sounded like it was almost like last resort. Whatever's in there could save us, but we don't know that yet, you know. But you've got to get Reiner out of the way first. I mean, at this point, yeah, I guess you can't just leave them. Because I was just thinking, like, send someone there. You know what I mean? Like, send like a guy there to see what the fuck's going on. Like, what's in? You know what I mean? But I guess in a situation like this, there needs to be somebody there who has a connection to it. So it needs to be Eren, and they're not going to do that right now because obviously they've got Reiner to deal with, and you know Mikasa and whatnot is dealing with it as well. And then Armin's like, you know, he's still like leading, right? So I guess they don't have time to just, you know, while all this is going on, to rush to the fucking basement. But you never know, like shit in there. There could be more of those vials that, like, you know, the armor vial thing that Eren picked up the last part, like the first half of the season 3. There could be shit like that in there, and then fucking hell, I don't know. Either way, the hardening thing that you know Eren has now got is really fucking handy, not just for closing walls and stuff, but he's able to go toe-to-toe fist fighting with Reyna now. So, you know, that's big, because, you know, and here's the thing, Eren is, like, demolishing Reyna. The thing is with Reyna is, like, I've always known him to be, he's supposed to be the character, right, that's like, oh, he's the strong one, and yet Eren, at every turn, fucks him up. Like, you know what I mean? He's got him in ground-to-ground combat, like, countering all of his thingy into ground moves. You know what I mean? And now he's going toe-to-toe with him by, you know, straight up punching him and stuff. Like, he's demolished him, like, in the last 2 fights. So, you know, at this point, I'm wondering, like, is Reyna's not really all that good at the moment, is he? He's not really doing much to scare anyone anymore. It's crazy now to think that at this point, the Armored Titan is not, like, a threat. I mean, he is, but, like, he's not a threat as much as, like, he once was. Like, I remember, even, like, in the very beginning, the first fucking episode, or was it the second episode? It might have been the first, second. Maybe, I think, no, it was the second, right? Either way, when he first showed up, like, I remember thinking, like, holy fuck, like, that one is dangerous. Like, that one is the dangerous one. And now it's almost not anymore, because they've gone through, like, so much. They're at a point now where they have, like, all of these options available to them, that they're able to fucking take them on. And everyone can just take them on regardless anyway. So that's, yeah, nuts. And then we got the Thunder Spears. So, yeah, they're essentially, like, almost like lightning rods, except they said it's like lightning, but I don't know how the power works. I don't know, like, how it's like, cause it's like pulling a pin on a grenade. That's what it looks like, right? And then it explodes. But Hanji said it was like lightning. So, I don't know. I guess I can just be like, you know, the name for it or whatever. It's like, yeah, it's lightning. When in reality, it's not. It's just an explosion. But either way, it's doing damage. It's doing damage to fucking Rhino. Big fucking damage. They were close to him as well. Like, in those last pins that went in just before it fucking finished, those were close to him. I was like, fuck, it might just blow him up. But that's it. I don't know how Reiner gets out of this now. Because if I'm right, in Berthold is in that crate, he's not in there. So the only one in there is Reiner, and he's getting overrun. I don't know how Reiner gets out of this, other than the last thing that he said before he got swarmed, which was, I'm going to have to use that. So he has something. It might just end up being like something to give him time to get away. Because I don't see him, like, the only way he lives is by running away. I don't think he gets like anything out of charging and going after Eren again. But then again, like, there's nothing to say if Reiner was to run away that they wouldn't continue on with the plan that Reiner thought they were going to do, which was Eren go around the back and, you know, and do that thing. So I don't know if he can let up. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. The next episode is literally in a few hours for me recording this anyway, so I'll find out soon. But yeah, great episode. Can't wait for the next one. Yeah, we also had Jean as well, like rallying the troops. Like, you had Connie and Sasha there and being like, oh, right now, it's like, nope, no time for that. Let's get it fucking done. I love it. Oh, fucking Jean, yes, nice one. So yeah, that is all for this episode anyway though, so thanks for watching. In the description below I have links to certain things. Discord, if you want any information regarding my content, or any, you know, any information regardless, you know, if I'm, you know, ill, or like there's a, you know, an episode that hasn't been released when you think it should have been, you know, get yourself over at Discord and just, you know, just ask there. So yeah, there's that. And Patreon. So I do have a Patreon. If you do want to support me, that would be very much appreciated. There's a bunch of different tiers and rewards depending on how much you want to support me with. So there's the early access tier for $5 a month. That gives you access to shows a week early. And you get access to 4 episodes of Hunter x Hunter every week. So if you're interested in my reactions to that, then you can go over there and get 4 episodes of those every week. $10 a month, that is the full length. That gives you access to my full length library. Every single thing that I react to gets a full length. So, you know, if you want to see my full length reaction to this episode, for example, you can do. $15 a month, that is the exclusive tier. That gives you access to a bonus show that I'm currently reacting to, which is 7 Deadly Sins. So if you want to see my reactions to that, you can get over there, become an exclusive tier and watch those. $50, that is the elite tier. Every time you pay $50, you get a choice of a show that you want me to react to, and I will react to it. It will go at the back of the list. I know it's 7 shows. Might take me a while to get around to it, but I will do eventually. But if you don't want to wait that long and you want your show to be reacted to next, then you want to get God tier, which is $100. Yeah, that means your show will be reacted to next. But that is all. So thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.